What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle, and it's been a while since I got to say that in a YouTube video. You guys may have seen the events that I've been working on with Gfinity, PGL, EA, really trying to push the culture forward. I know that we've got some gameplay issues. I know that you guys are gonna say, Mike, we wanna work on this. Can you help with that? I'm providing all sorts of different types of feedback to EA in terms of what's happening with patches and gameplay, in my opinion, and then from there it goes on to another team and they're gonna make those adjustments. It is difficult to find that balance between casual players, competitive players, playing a video game, and then also a simulation of a football match. And we have had a new patch, and that's what brings me to this video. Top 5 post-patch skill moves, because we have seen a bit of a shift, and I've also sat down with a couple different friends of mine in order to make sure that I'm able to bring out content on a regular basis on this YouTube channel. So expect videos Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. That is the plan. I've still been uploading and streaming on Facebook and Twitch. Anytime that I have the opportunity to produce content, I'm doing it. I have not lacked any activity on my Twitter, on my Instagram, on my Facebook. Like I've been saying, it's just more difficult to produce YouTube videos because I don't want to see the content just fall apart. I don't want to just make videos from a hotel room. And more importantly, I just didn't have a plan in motion yet. I've never traveled for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, even a month straight, whether I'm going back and forth between the US or all over Europe with these events, and I feel so blessed and really grateful because you guys made that possible. But I wasn't sure how to handle everything properly, where I'm prepping for events, I'm at the event, I'm burnt out, and I don't want to make a crappy video, and that's not something that I'm about. But that's what we're doing today. If you enjoy the concept, drop a thumbs up. In the comments if you have any top 5 ideas, that would be amazing, because this is something that I want to bring out weekly, whether it's top 5 cheaper players, expensive, mid-level. EA keeps dropping so many different promos and SBCs and just new types of cards that are coming out. Maybe that plays a part in something that we could produce. But let me know. I'm here for you guys. I just wanted to let you know what's been happening in terms of putting up content on this channel and my plans going forward. The first skill move we're looking at is the classic drag back. Anybody is capable, and these skills aren't listed in order, but these are the 5 that you want to have in your arsenal post-patch, at least going forward into the mid portion of FIFA or the late stages of FIFA. And I have a lot of videos on my YouTube channel covering tutorials, tips, how to execute some of these skills, and I might do some re-releases or new additions for different skill move combinations that have changed, or just setups that are more common now with this new patch, because the game has shifted dramatically compared to where we started with FIFA 19. The reason the drag back is an instrument to success in FIFA 19 pre and post patch is because anyone can do it, and it also allows you as an attacker to get just a half second to decide, do I want to exit left, do I want to exit right, do I just want to pull back this drag back? And you can glance to see what the defender is doing. Is he moving? Is he not moving? Is the AI being controlled? Do we have a manual defending situation? You kind of get the idea, but it's very important information if you want to execute at a high level, or if you want to change direction, change the pace, find a little bit more space, give yourself just a little more time on the ball. It's important to be able to shift left, to shift right, and to be able to do that in a creative way, whether it's for those angles for passing, you're looking for the shooting angles, or simply, like I said, buying a little bit of some additional time. Number 2, we're looking at the running fake shot, and even more so when you're receiving a pass or a through ball, you're running into space and you use that fake shot. It gives you a little bit of a kick, a little boost, a little burst, and it can throw off your opposition. If your opposition is not defending manually, I've noticed that you get that jolt and you can attack the space, and it allows you to also go into another skill move. If you need the Croqueta, you're looking to attack the end line. It's just something that you want to have in your arsenal, and everyone should. It's simple. It's been around for years in terms of the fake shot itself, and this is just a better way of implementing it in FIFA 19. Number 3, we talked about other skill moves, and we're looking at the Croqueta, which is brand new to FIFA 19 and the most effective new skill move in my opinion. Only 4-star skillers or 5-star skillers are capable of doing this skill, and it allows you to change direction, change feet. It's deceptive. It happens very quickly, and it also allows you to attack space. It's just one of those skills that looks kind of pretty, kind of easy on the eyes, and it can be very simple, or it can get a lot more complicated depending on your setups and just what you see on the pitch. And it's another skill move that works versus both when players are manually defending, when there's space ahead of you, or even if the AI is just being the AI, they're just standing there. I still feel like this skill move sometimes draws fouls. It can still scoot around an AI player. It gives you those angles that we want to talk about, those bread and butter locations, those Neymar, open up your body, finesse shot here. Okay, we're going to power that on the near post there. I do want to put out a secondary finishing tutorial talking about how to finish 1v1s and just create opportunities post-patch. You guys can let me know if that's something that you want to see, but you need the La Croqueta. I mean, you've seen it in pro events, you've seen it online many, many times, every single weekend league. Most matches you see at least 1 to 2 La Croquetas, maybe many more depending on your opponent or how well you've mastered this skill. Number 4, looking at the heel to heel. Another classic, but this skill just hasn't gone bad yet, and I like it. It gives you a way to kind of freeze your opponent. And that's what skill moves are all about, is being deceptive, being tricky, being clever, and also do these skills work against a variety of different types of oppositions. And what I mean by that, you've got the guys that sit in the box, very passive. You've got those players that are very aggressive and they go for everything. They're looking for double teams. Or the guys that kind of sit in the middle. They do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You have to ask yourself, are these skills necessary? Are they dynamic? Can they work effectively in multiple scenarios and situations? And that's where the heel to heel is a yes. Whether you're down the end line, you're in the middle of the pitch, you're combining it with something, you're changing direction, and it gives you that speed burst going forward. And 4-star and 5-star skill is what you're looking for with this skill. You can do a heel to heel flick with a 3-star skiller, but it just doesn't look the same, doesn't feel the same. It's not as crisp, it's not as easy on the eyes, and it's just not going to be as effective. And I've done a couple different breakdowns of locations. That's what I like to put together when I make tutorial videos. It's not just how to do a skill, but more so, what are you looking for? Kind of like those breakdown boards. Why was this skill move effective here? Why did this person do this skill? What do they see that maybe the casual, the intermediate, or even the advanced player misses in terms of executing the skill and making sure the skill move acts almost like a helper? It gives you that bonus that you need, that little, good kick. And number 5, and last but not least, and I can't leave it off just because of the cross combination, the El Tornado, and I should say the El Tornado cross, really. You can score directly after the skill if you're trying to hit a volley. It's not a bad method. It's definitely scored a lot of goals last year, scores goal this year. Well, now any 5-star skiller can do this in FIFA 19, and it is just pretty to look at. And maybe we don't feel the same way about it now because we've seen so many of these crosses to the back post, the climbing header, and you're seeing a goal on almost a rinse, wash, repeat. It started to be more common. It's definitely been introduced to the meta, and we see it at the competitive level quite often, but that's why the El Tornado is there, because you can do 3 different things. You can do an El Tornado into an additional skill move or another flick. You can do an El Tornado into a volley, and then you can also do an El Tornado into a cross, and that's where we're seeing it used probably at its best. But because you have these options, it makes it hard to predict even once you see somebody go into the El Tornado, and it draws fouls. That's it for the video. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to drop a thumbs up and let me know in the comments. Talk to me a little bit. Give me some dialogue. We'll have some back and forth. What do you think of these skill moves? What other top 5s do you want to see on my channel? It's going to be a weekly series where we go over whether it's players, whether it's maybe your favorite titles, and everything in between there. We can be very broad, we can be very specific, but I do want to put out more top 5 videos. I just think there's a place for it on YouTube, and I'll have a lot more content coming for you ASAP. Turn on notifications, boys!